How have you been?
Good.
Yes, we need to recap
Good.
because we've already done a greeting in the car. So
Yeah, we have.
yeah,
We've done a big old greeting.
So fill me in. What's life been like for you lately?
Life has been work.
Great.
Life has been, just working, locking in, focusing, trying to get stuff done.
Yeah. What's work look like to you then? What's going on?
Well, currently working in a gym.
Nice.
So what I do is I work as an academy trainer in a gym. And it's like a progressional role to become onto a personal trainer. So I only got my qualifications in July, so it's a really good stepping stone for me. But yeah, like it's a 9-hour day. It's like resetting the gym, audits, education, learning from the best, just trying to become the best essentially.
Sweet. It's a pretty high spec gym as well. So
yeah, it's a good place to be. Not even just from like the perspective of the other people I work with, but from like the members that come in as well. Like there's you learn something new every day, is what I say.
Yeah, that's good.
Which is cool.
Sweet. I want to talk about your goals.
My goals.
Yeah. So I want to talk about. Let's kind of recap last year. So 2025. How was it? Why have you got the goals you've got now? Because of.
Okay.
How the year went.
I like this. Okay. So the backstory behind it is I think I've always been a bit more of a creative person. And I've always loved being a bit more out the box. I've always loved singing. I've always loved dancing and things like that. I grew up doing musical theatre. And then as I got a bit older, I was like, I think that's what I want to do. So I done that at college, and then I was looking to go to school for that. And I got into a couple of schools in the States. But that was at the same time as COVID happened. COVID was a really weird time for me for a few reasons.
Yeah.
And I'm not smiling because of what I'm about to say. I'm a very awkward person in some senses. So preface.
Yeah, all right, cool.
So obviously COVID was a hard time for everyone anyway. My dad passed away, and then after he passed away, I then developed an autoimmune illness, which was kind of triggered from the back of that trauma, essentially.
Wow.
So I've got something now called Graves' disease, and it's like an overactive thyroid.
Okay.
But I got really, really poorly with it. It's like your organs start to shut down, and it's like you can essentially relapse and things like that. It can be really bad.
Wow.
So I was rushed straight to hospital for that. And then it's still ongoing right now. But obviously, being that I was 18 at the time, I think that happened. So obviously, my family didn't want me to travel overseas with having this illness. So it's like I had to think of something to do.
Interesting.
Done what everyone else done, got the generic job in corporate world. Done that for 3 years. And then I had a couple more relapses. Had one in 2023. After that relapse is when I got into the gym. And then I actually relapsed at the start of last year. But the one at the start of last year was just because I was so stressed out with my life. Like things weren't going how I wanted them to. And it's like I said, I was always more of a creative person. So it's like, I think I was getting to myself thinking, why am I not doing what I've always enjoyed doing, and why am I not sticking to my creative outlet somehow? But I knew acting specifically wasn't the exact route I wanted to go down. I wanted to be able to do other things with it as well. Hence where like the love of fitness and like being able to combine fitness and musical theatre. I was trying to think, how can I do that together? I love speaking. So personal training is sort of like an avenue, an adventure I wanted to go down, and like potentially being able to lead fitness classes and things like that. So as soon as I got ill, it was a bittersweet moment because I was really poorly. I was on sick leave from work for like 3 months. But it also meant I was able to do like my online fitness qualifications and do all my exams and things like that. Kind of a blessing in disguise. Obviously, it's not nice what I went through, and I wouldn't wish it on anyone else. But it allowed me at that point in my life to then progress to get to where I am right now.
Yeah.
So in like July, August, I took the leap, left my corporate job, started working in a gym where we met.
Yeah.
And then I've worked in a other place just on the desk called Barry's Boot Camp for a while. And then that was only for a month. And then November, started working at Third Space.
Amazing.
So that's like that. So then my goals have kind of come from there.
Yeah.
So it's like I want to be a personal trainer for the moment. I want to do fitness classes.
Yeah.
And then I want to do that for a long time. I think I always want to have that under my belt, but I think I'd like to potentially do something with like public speaking and be able to speak about my past and things like that. And actually...
And here we are.
Here's the start of it.
Yeah.
But like actually like... And obviously as I get older, as I learn more about myself, be able to dive into the reasons I potentially am a bit deeper and have a clearer understanding of them, and just meet new people along the way to be able to like share them with.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think the main thing I'm thinking right now is, did you get this sort of deep thinking from what happened, or have you always been like that?
I think I've always been what's the right word? I've always been sensitive.
Okay.
So I think I've always taken things to heart.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the deep thinking side has potentially come from everything that I've probably been through in those years. But then it also went hand in hand with the fact I've always just been a sensitive
Interesting.
person.
Yeah.
I think.
Huh. I'm just curious about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's a lot to go through. That's a busy year. That's a busy year,
2025 was wild,
to say the least. Yeah. I feel like for so many people, 2025 was just insane, chaos.
Like change for everyone in so many wild different
but change
ways.
that was out of people's control. That's the hard thing. I think so. I spoke to a few people last year, and everyone was saying things just happened.
Yeah.
No one was in control.
No.
It was just.
It's like everyone was dealt with cards.
You're on like a water slide, and it's just throwing you around. And
having to learn to deal with it. Yeah, 100%.
So how do you? Has it changed how you sort of see the world? What you went through last year, and how so?
I think I'm a lot more, even more so now. I think I'm a lot more open to finding out different things and like not accepting more people, because I feel like I've always tried to be an accepting person, but I feel like where we live in such a small town, we could potentially be I think, without sugarcoating it, where we're from is like a very uncultured sort of place, and it's like there's a bigger world out there to explore, and I don't think I've seen it all yet. Like there's so much for me to learn, and there's so much for me to see, but like it is mad that you say that, because I remember growing up, and don't get me wrong, I love my roots and I love my hometown 100%. Like whenever I come home from holiday and I'm driving back for our high street, I'm like, oh, I've missed it. Like
it's
I
great,
always think
and
that
it's the people as well. Like I have so many good people.
We grew up there. Like,
Exactly. It's just I've grown up with the same feeling where I just wanted to get out and see the world. Yeah. But obviously, putting it back to you, how does it feel now that you're now in London, you're working, you're doing, you're starting to explore? Yeah. And how's that changing your perspective a little bit? I'm just a lot more open, I think. Even though, because I worked in the law firm for 3 years, I think I was doing that because it's what everyone was doing. It's like I was still mingling with the same people, day in, day out, same thing. Thursday, everyone's going out for drinks after work. Yeah. Continuous cycle, like nothing was changing. So now it's like, although I still work in London, like it's not a very big change, but they feel like worlds apart, which is so weird. Like I can't actually comprehend that and like put my head around how it feels like worlds apart. Yeah. But I just feel a lot more open and a lot more accepting and just ready to take on and learn a lot more. Yeah. That's what I'm excited for this year, is to learn a lot. Yeah. Not just from like a fitness perspective, but about people, about the world, food, everything. Yeah. I want to learn everything I can. So how you've kind of already said it, but how do you plan on learning? That's a good one. Speaking with people, meeting new people. I think, like I said earlier, you always learn every day. And I think if you're open enough to learn every day, you'll take it on. I think knowledge is power. Yeah. I think just meeting people. Opening your mind is the first step, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. And I think I'm in that phase right now. I think I don't want to say that my mind is fully open yet, because it's probably not. Like, and I don't know if I'll know when it is fully open, or I don't know if it's just one of those things where you never actually know. Yeah. Okay. I think. Cool. So, you said earlier that you've become a bit of a deep thinker. What can you elaborate a bit on that? Like, what do you think about? I feel like I think about everything. I think about everything. Yeah. When I think about things, and it's like, you know, when a friend will come to you for advice, they'll be like upset, like maybe just something's happening in their relationship or something like that, or they've had an issue with a friend or just anything. I will always be the first to say, look at both sides of the story. I think it's I'll always back my friends completely, 100%. But I think it's always so important to see yourself in the other person's shoe, or a different perspective of it, and just see it from all sides that you could potentially see it. Yeah. And I think
I don't know why I started thinking like that, but I think that's then what changed my mindset into thinking so deeply. Because then it comes to the topic of conversation is, why are they acting like that, or why are they thinking that, or why is that happening?
Yeah.
So then it then makes you think more and more, and it makes you sort of like psychoanalyze it a bit more, and it just makes you want to. But then I guess that just then comes into me wanting to help people as well, because you want to help them be better, feel better, make a change.
And now you're a trainer, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I guess so. It all fits hand in hand.
Yeah.
Like the puzzle pieces come together when you really think about it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
What was when you were going through your illness and going to the hospital? What was like the first thing on your mind when you were going through that? What were you thinking about in that moment?
I think the one thing I thought was I was scared it was going to stop me from being able to lead a big life, because that's something that I'm very determined still to this day. Is like, I know what I expect from myself. Like, I hold myself to a very high regard and a high standard. So it's like, I'm going to thrive for what I want. And it's like, essentially, I will put in the work to get what I want. But at the time, I was so confused.
Yeah.
And I feel like because I was at such a weird age to become that poorly,
It is a strange age. Like,
I was 18.
Yeah, it's young as well.
So I wasn't going out. I missed out on all of like the 18-year-old sort of moments. I lost a lot of friends from like school, like. And I understand it. It's like everyone else was 18. They wanted to get on with their end of teenage life. They wanted to like start their adulthood, I don't know, as you will. So it's like.
It moves fast as well.
Yeah. So I just had a very different period of that time than a lot of people. So it's like the people that did stick around, obviously, like, I will always be friends with them. I'm insanely grateful for them because they've been through it with me. Like, they've seen the highs, they've seen the lows, and like, they know the lows are the low. And I think I'm a person as well who experiences not only the lows so deeply, but also the highs. So it's always riding that wave.
Yeah.
The highs are high, but the lows are lows.
So you're quite emotionally aware?
I'd like to think so.
Because you feel it, you feel things.
I feel things very
intensely.
deep. Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
But then I also think there's a lot to learn emotionally.
I feel you there. I feel like
same?
I had conversations with people in the past.
Yeah.
You know, Tom, who was on the other episode. And obviously such a stark contrast of stoicism.
Yeah.
And I feel like growing up, I've always pushed to be stoic.
Okay, yeah.
And then now that I've been through what I've been through, and I've gone through all of these different experiences and problems and wins and losses, everything, now all my body wants to do is feel it and not be stoic and just, I don't know, it's a strange feeling.
Yeah.
And I feel like I get the vibe that you're there in a similar way, but you've always kind of been there, I guess.
I think it's an awareness factor as well.
Yeah.
I think it's finally trying to actually become aware of who you are and not hiding away from who you are. Because I think we all go through phases like that. You try and be someone you're not. It doesn't work out.
Yeah.
You then enter a phase of life, you're like, what am I doing myself? But I think it's a hard place to get to, I think.
Yeah.
And I think everyone's going to always be on some sort of path like that.
Yeah. It's cool. So, talking about goals and stuff, I feel like you mentioned a little bit off podcast and a little bit on podcast. There's a theme with you about purpose. You're still kind of soul searching a little bit.
Yeah.
You're still looking for that thing. You've got that creative mindset. You've got the drive. You've got the ambition. You're good at speaking. You want to do public speaking. And then there's a few bits in there where you're a little bit unsure about what that thing is that you're going to do. And I kind of want to learn a bit more about the stuff that you have tried and haven't tried and sort of what you're thinking for 2026.
I think there's a lot for me to try. I think this year is going to be a year of trying things out. But I don't know. It's so hard to pinpoint exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And it's like the right directions and the right feet. And I guess at the end of the day, it's like, it's the fear, I guess, that holds you back.
Fear of what?
Failing. The fear of failing. As much as I hate to say it, because it's like I like to be such an optimistic person, but it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
Like, you want to do something and you want to be the best at it, but there's always going to be something in your mind.
Yeah.
But then I also think, and I've read it a lot as well, like, you know, when you're like just on social media, it's like you have to take you have to do something when you don't feel ready. And that's when the changes happen. You can't keep waiting for things to change because there's going to be no change if you don't just make the change happen. And I think that's something that I'm going to be very set in my ways this year. Like, you have to take the risk even when you don't want to.
Yeah. Do you watch your podcasts? Do you watch much?
I do. I watch a few. I obviously watch like my little girly ones. Like, so I don't think you've seen like Alex ones. Yeah.
Probably not. But no.
But I watch a lot of Modern Wisdom, Chris Williamson.
Nice.
Mike Thurston when he posts his, Jay Shetty. Yeah. They're the sort of main three that I circle. What about you? Do you have any that you recommend?
Modern Wisdom I feel like everyone watches.
Bog standard.
Top one in the world. You may as well. The reason I ask is because there's a good line that Theo Von said, the comedian.
What was it?
Which was, nothing changes if nothing changes.
Yeah, 1000%.
And it's like as simple as that.
Yeah.
You cannot overcomplicate something like that. I've been, I quit my job 3 years ago, and it only comes from you just taking the leap. And there's so much uncertainty with it. Yeah. I don't know if you've been seeing these penguin memes on Instagram.
Well, this isn't what you've been seeing.
No. People online will know. It's been popping off. There's a penguin.
Okay. What's the penguin doing?
Oh, you'll be inspired. So,
you got to show me after.
Oh God, I'll show you.
Show me after.
It's a penguin. It was on a documentary in 2007. I can't remember the guy who ran it.
Showing your age now.
Well, I didn't know about it until this week. And they were just like watching these penguins, and they were all in a pack going to the lake to get food together. This penguin was going through something. It had lost like a partner or something, and it was going through the motions.
Okay.
And then it just decided to stop walking with them, and it just turned around and started walking to the mountains, 5,000 kilometers in one direction, with just certain death in sight. And everyone just was so inspired by it.
Oh.
But only because it showed like this weird existential crisis of humanity, where it's like everyone's on autopilot.
Yeah.
And then this one just suddenly switched and was like, no, I'm going to go that way. Yeah. And then like the crew was saying like, yeah, we can bring it back as many times as we want.
Yeah.
But it's going to keep going that way because it's just decided it wants to do that. And it's like, it knows what it's doing. It knows that the food is that way. And it just walked. But it just inspired all of these people. Because,
but I get that, I think. Because I think that's such a controversial thing, is someone doing their own thing. Not following the crowd. He just
woke up. It's like he just woke up and then people started making all these motivational quotes from it. And it's wild. It's insane.
Well,
it's like a penguin has done something that humans want to do. Yeah. Which is just like break the cycle.
But they're too scared.
And change their pattern. And it led to it probably dying. But that wasn't the point. It was like, it's the pursuit of living in that time rather than just living a boring life that you don't want to live. Yeah. But like, obviously it's not what the penguin was thinking.
No. It just was thinking about...
I don't know what, it was disoriented or whatever. But from a human standpoint, it's millions of people.
Seems like the pursuit of life.
I saw it this morning. I went straight to the gym. I was lifting weights thinking about this penguin.
You're like, I'm going to the gym. I'm going to need to think about this penguin.
It's insane, but it goes back to this is a really long-winded way of saying it. It goes back to like the nothing changes if nothing changes. Yeah. And it's a really random way of looking at it.
But it's true.
But yeah, it's you can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different outcome. No. And being, like you said, the fear of failure, once you experience failure by choice, it becomes super easy.
I can imagine, because once you've done it, you've done it.
You fail once and you go, oh, it wasn't so bad. And then you fail again.
You learn from it as well.
Yeah, and then you fail 100 times over. Yeah. Before you know it, you get a win.
And I think as well, all these like amazing, successful stories you hear and all these people that you see, they've had their failures. You just don't see it. You just see their success. Yeah. And I think another thing to touch on, like a podcast and a saying, one of my favourite things I've ever heard been said was by Matthew McConaughey, when he was like, if you're going to do it, don't half-ass it. Ever since I've heard with that stuck with me. And I think that like got me in gear a little bit more with like knowing what I want. Like I can't half-ass anything. You've got to do it with everything you've got. Yeah. There's no point.
Don't love your job, job your love.
That's going to make my brain think a little bit.
Have you not heard that?
No.
We'll move on from that. So
Drop your love.
That's stupid. Okay, cool. So yeah, you want to try new things, meet new people. I guess obviously you don't know, but what are you hoping to find? Like, are you trying to find what you want to do in work? Are you trying to find new passions outside of work? Are you trying to find yourself? All of the above? Like, what are we saying?
I think all of the above. I think, like, I'm excited to carry on with my work right now. Like, I'm very happy at work right now. When I was setting my goals for 2026, so I got into a thing of making vision boards. And then as well, there was this boy from work. He asked me what I wanted in my personal life. And the question stumped me for like a week. I was like, oh, I actually don't know. Because to me, everything come back to my career. And even still to this day, I've made my vision board the other day. Couldn't really think much about my personal life. It all comes down to like my career. But then it all affects me mentally, and it like helps build discipline, and it helps build my drive.
Yeah.
Because right now I think I'm on very much a career path, but I think that's how I am as a person. It's like I want my career to also be my personal life.
Yeah.
I think.
Interesting.
But yeah, that's
a cool way of thinking about it. Yeah.
It's a hard one.
Yeah. I only ask because I'm thinking about my goals for this year. And
what are your goals for this year?
I think I want to go back to basics. So I feel like all of my 20s, I'm 28 now, and I feel like all of my 20s I've just been work driven, figure out what I want to do for work, make money off of that, grow that, and love what I do. And I feel like along the way, there's parts of me that I've sort of cut off and forgotten about. And now I'm at a point where, because of 2025 and how it unfolded, I am now looking at myself thinking, I've got everything I asked for, but now I don't know who I am.
Yes.
So now I want to strip it back to the basics and say, right, how do I enjoy my personal time? How do I enjoy my social life? How do I set personal goals that aren't related to my job or money, which is really tough because you need money to live, and being freelance, everything you do needs to sort of make money because it's all your time. I feel like for me, because I'm at a self-sustainable point in my career where I'm making consistent earnings and I'm happy, now I just want to do stuff that I love. And I'm very, like, I want to make movies, and I don't care if they make profit or not. I just want to make movies. I just want to make stuff. I want to go to the gym. I want to look after myself every day. I want to eat good food. I want to sleep good. And I just want to be around people that understand me and not put any pressure on myself to, I don't know, perform. And I feel like that's a big thing as well, is just everything's a performance now. And it's exhausting. And I think in doing all of this, it will excel my career, not put it back. But it's hard to kind of, it's hard to take the focus off of work and expect the work to keep going, because you get scared. You're like, oh, am I gonna stop earning money that way? But you just got to trust the process. It's like what we said, leap of faith.
Yeah.
You know, just basically build character again. I want to build character and finish this year knowing exactly who I am to a T.
Do you think as you go through life though, do you think people do actually know who you are? Or do you always think you've got that somewhat question, like, who am I? Or do you think that you...
Do you mean other people knowing me, or
so like
me knowing me?
You knowing you. Do you think that there will ever be a point where you know yourself fully?
No, I don't think anyone will ever 100% know themselves fully, but it won't stop me from trying, at least.
No, of course not.
I think I understand myself the most now. I think it's getting there. I think I used to think I knew who I was, and now I'm like, nah, absolutely not. And that was in the process of when I was sort of 21, I became a PT. but it was more out of loss of direction. I didn't really know where I was going. I was like, I'd like to help people. I love fitness. This works. And I got into that and I did pretty well. And then it became this thing where I was like, oh, actually, it's not my passion in terms of, I love doing it, but now I'm spending so much time helping other people. I'm not helping myself. And I just stopped training for myself. I stopped looking after myself in every aspect of life. And I feel like I struggle to get that balance. So back to the question, understanding myself, I do the most now because I've taken time to just sit with it and just reflect and just kind of sit in the silence a little bit. And
I think that's such an important factor though. Everything that you just said then, I think is what I've been trying to create and think. Like, you work so hard and all these goals that you have that you set yourself, you reach them. But it's still like, what's next?
What's next? Yeah.
Constantly what's next. And it's like with what you said, it's like, who am I? You feel like you don't know who you are because you reach the goals, and at the end of reaching the goals, you think you're going to know who you are. You think you're going to be on cloud nine, but it's not like that.
It's strange.
And it's a weird feeling because you feel so, I was about to say you feel so blessed for it, but I still think you ride over it. It's like,
it becomes like a numbing feeling almost.
Yeah, you expect more from it. You just expect what's next. Like, I have to really sit there sometimes and be like, wow, I'm so not only proud of myself, but I'm so grateful for like the life I get to lead because of everything you've done for it. But everything you said just then, like, if I could have, I don't think I could have said it better myself. I'm quite shocked, to be honest. But I'm quite shocked because like, that is what I have been trying to think. Because it's like I said to you, like off podcast earlier, like I had a weird week last week, and it's like starting a new job, I was so focused, I was so able to crack on, was able to keep the noise out. Obviously things happen, time goes on, and I think my wall started to crack down a little bit, and I started to hear things and have it all come in, and it's like, I had that feeling of like, I can't control these situations now that are happening because it's like, I don't know how to perceive them and I don't know what to take from them and I don't know how to handle this noise because I don't know who I am. I don't know how this person handles this situation, if that makes sense. It's like, if this was the old me, like a few months ago, maybe she might know how to handle it. But right now, I don't even know the correct answer to your response because I don't know who I am fully yet.
Yeah. It's really interesting. I feel like something I realised over the last year was I started to notice that when a room was silent, I really struggled. Like if I was in here by myself and there was no noise, I would actually start panicking. And I was like, that's not normal. But I realised this whole time, without realising it, I've been drowning it out with noise, background noise, things that keep me occupied so that my brain doesn't have to think. But I do think. I think a lot. I think too much. But
you have to like distract yourself with something.
Yeah, so I just started turning everything off and just sitting in silence.
That's cool.
Like,
that's hard to do.
I was like, this sucks.
I was about to say, that's hard to do.
Look, this sucks so bad. But it makes you really... It brings up all the things that you bury so quickly.
Really?
Like, so quickly. Like, within minutes, you're suddenly like, oh, this has been bothering me. But if you were just going about your day and distracting yourself, right, like, you can't hit a moving target. You don't think about it.
Sitting in silence takes guts, I think.
It's hard. It's hard. And I'm still trying to master it because I'm not very good at it. But
because you think, and then you're a deep thinker as well.
Yeah.
What do you think your deep thinking stems from? Role reverse questions now.
Ooh.
On you. I'm putting them on you now.
I like this. It's putting it on me. Okay, cool. Good question. Oh, God. I think from a young age, very, very young, I've always been quite aware. I'm sure my parents won't mind me talking about it, but we had a bit of a iffy time when I was about 11, like divorce, things like that. And I've had conversations with my mum about this because only in adulthood are we all talking about it as a family. I have 2 sisters and a brother. And only now are we discussing what happened, which is bizarre because it's been about 17 years, which is crazy. And oftentimes, my mum, bless her, turned around and said, "Oh, but you wouldn't really understand because you were young." And I have to kind of stop her and be like, respectfully, I do understand because I was there, like I was listening. And from, I think, that point, when I was about 11, I started to see the world differently, because you see this dark stuff that you're not really, like, a lot of people do see it, but you're not supposed to be exposed to. And you go about your normal life and you see other people that are just kind of like, everyone's fine. And you walk around, even as a kid, I was walking around going, why is everyone fine? Like, this is so confusing. And I had to kind of figure out, like, I think differently to these other kids and I don't really know why. And it was almost like, it was in the age of emos as well. So when you get a bit thinky and you're like a bit down and you're like, oh God, like, what's this I'm going through? And people be like, oh, you're just an emo. It's like, oh, you just pretend. Like, kids don't know how to be, you know, like, anxious or anything like that.
Kids can't have feelings, essentially. Yeah. They don't know what's happening.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it became existential. I was thinking about death from the age of 12 every day. Like, even to this day, I think about my death and I'm like, it's terrifying, but I'm like learning to live with it.
It's a terrifying thing, and it's like, when you say that about being in silence, actually, that actually brings me on to a good point. It's like, when you go to the bathroom, there's obviously no, that is silent.
Just sitting on the toilet, like, no.
But it's like with what you said about death, and it's like, I don't know your opinions on it, but like, that terrifies me. And whenever I find a silent moment, that's what my mind goes straight to first.
I think about it a lot.
It's petrifying.
I think about
Absolutely petrifying.
Like, if not weekly, then daily. And it's what it is it started to really hit me going into like early adulthood. So I'm talking like 17, 18. I was very anxious. I was like throwing up every morning. It was like I managed to train myself out of it through gym and things like that. It managed to build up I don't know what happened. It changed my brain chemistry. So when I reached that age, I had to start to, well, I was kind of saying to myself, you've got limited time and you need to do as much as you possibly can. And that has been the catalyst of the way I think, is every single day I wake up, and this has been since being a kid, I feel guilty if I'm not pushing for my goals. And when someone tells me to have an off day and to not chase what your dreams are, I just have a meltdown. I can't sit still in that sense. Like, I will have days where I do nothing, absolutely. I've gone through ruts where I do nothing for months. But it's the most horrible time of my life where I'm like, I feel terrible. And even now, after achieving what I've set out to achieve in my 20s, which was like, I've started a business, I'm earning for myself, I'm my own boss, I'm being creative again, I'm making movies, this is awesome. The first thing I think of, but there's limited time and there's more to do. And it's like you said, you hit a goal and you're like, well, on to the next one now. So, yeah, I don't know. I
think that it plays with your mind a lot.
Yeah.
Because there's so many different avenues and different ventures it can take you down, and that can make you spiral, I think. But it's like what you said, like, think about how far you've come. Sometimes you really have to sit and reflect on the achievements that you've done.
I love that you're interviewing me. What's going on?
What is your swap?
Sorry.
No, but it's my giggle.
Yeah, I'm the guest today. It's fine.
But no, it's cool. But it's like, I look up to that. That's so cool. Because it's like, I like that we're at different ages of our 20s, essentially. It's like, I'm at the start of my 20s. I'm
an unk.
You're reaching
I'm reaching unk status soon. Yeah, it's happening.
It's a good... Unk is hitting.
Unk's hitting. I'm feeling it as well. I'm feeling unk.
The knees, it's all coming.
The back. To be fair, the back was hitting at 22, so...
don't bring...
We won't talk about
my lower back was hurting the other day. Don't ring
Self-inflicted, yeah.
No, it's going to happen. Yeah.
Okay, well, flipping it back to you. What about you in terms of this is there a time in your life growing up from a young age where you started to think deeply?
I think I had a very different childhood generically to a lot of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, very blessed for my upbringing, like very grateful. I grew up living with my grandparents. And then I actually have 2 sisters and a brother as well. They've always lived with my mum. She's always been, so it's like I've always been kind of like an only child. Also not, it's like, because obviously I've had my siblings as well.
Sort of separated a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like, I think my childhood is something, I think all of my goals, I've always been so focused on that. So I think there's still things I need to focus on and reflect back to my childhood, which will potentially help me find myself a little bit better.
Interesting.
I don't think I've had the guts to really touch on my childhood. Yeah. And I don't know, I think there will be a time, but I just don't think it's been yet. And I don't think,
I didn't do it until last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think I have the guts yet.
Yeah. There's no rush.
Yeah.
Like, you'll know, I mean, you're never going to be ready. There's never going to be a right time to dig up old shit. But that being said, like, take your time with it. Like, there's no pressure because, I mean, have you done any therapy or anything, or is that yet to be?
I've done it for like 3 weeks.
3 weeks? How was that? Uncomfortable?
It was so uncomfortable. But it was during the COVID time and it was on Zoom, and I don't think I gelled well with that.
You want in person?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's on my personal list for this year though, because not only just from like a mind view of like going back to my childhood and things like that, but I think it's really cool to like learn how the brain works and feel like understand why I'm feeling like this.
Yeah.
Because I used to have bad anxiety when I was a lot younger as well. I think you grow up and you learn your own strategies to like cope around with it. We've obviously got the gym.
Yeah.
You obviously, but you find other ways as well to like cope with it. But I think it would be cool because I think, and I use the word cool because I do think it would be it helps you like develop skills. Yeah. I think therapy is becoming more of an open thing over the last few years, and I think it's good, and I hope it stays like that.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah.
It will. I think people are becoming more vulnerable now because they have to.
Yeah.
Like, there's no choice.
But why do you think that is?
Because I think it goes back to the performance of things, and obviously it's a generational change as well. The generations above us have always been, man up, deal with it, you'll fight for it, you'll be fine, get over it, you're all good. And that can only take you so far in this world that we're living in. If we were all living in their generation, in their time, it would have been probably true. But now, we're living in a world that solely relies on attention.
Yeah.
It relies on the attention of others to make money, to be accepted, everything. And it's fueled by insecurity.
Yeah.
The whole industry of like social media, like influencing, like for the most part, and that change is coming now because people are sick of it.
Yeah.
People are waking up every day and saying like, yeah, of course I want to have money. Of course I want to be liked by people. Like, no, everyone does.
Yeah.
But you have to draw a line in the sand at some point and say, this isn't making me happy. And people are just deciding, you know what, I don't care what people think. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about, which is, I don't feel good today.
Yeah.
And it's such a weird thing to say online because we've spent, since social media blew up, like, let's say when Instagram came around and then TikTok eventually, Facebook not so much when it was around more as like the main thing. But it just became a look how well I'm doing. Yeah. And everyone knows that it's fake now. So why, there's no point. Now people are talking about, we know that's a load of crap. So let's talk about how we feel. Because that's the last real thing we have online. It's how do I feel today? How do I get better? How do I improve my life? Because they're the things that you can't change. AI can't change that. You still wake up as a human and go, oh God, these feelings.
What am I feeling today? Yeah.
I'm going to go to the gym because I feel awful. Like something like that. So I don't know. I think it's just, it's changing because of, I think the world is just burned out.
Of feeling like that, yeah.
I think the world is sick of pretending. And it will always be pretending in some form, and it's going to be a performance for a lot of people. But it's black and white now.
People are bored of it.
People are bored of it.
I think you can see it so easily.
Yeah. People hire me for my videography, and some people are still living in the Stone Age with how they want to do content, and they ask me, you know, we want to show off how well we're doing as a company, but they want to do it in this really formal, like, they're posting content, but it's like scripted information blocks that doesn't sound like it's them even talking. They've just used ChatGPT, and then they're just reading it off a script. And I kind of have to explain to them, the thing you need to understand about social media now is people are buying into the people, not the product. Like, the people are the product, and the product is like a side thing. So when I used to sell myself as a personal trainer, people came to me because they liked me. It wasn't because of what I knew as a PT. And I don't know about you, like, you might have had your own experience, but people would often come to me and go, yeah, I switched over from that other guy because he was grumpy. But that's what people do on social media, is they start following new people because of the vibe they give and the energy they give. But the authenticity is so important. It's just being real, because again, it's the last thing we have. AI's taken over, whatever it is.
That's the thing, because I guess at the end of the day, it's like all these jobs, AI can do it. AI can do it. I was on social media this morning, and there was even a video of like an AI someone. I didn't really watch it in detail, but I just saw the caption that you shouldn't be watching this because it's AI. Someone in Dubai putting face cream on. I'm like, how is that even AI?
Yeah.
So it's like, at the end of the day, the real things are your feelings.
Yeah.
Like that's all that we have left.
It's all we have, and that's fine. It is actually fine, because it will send us back. It will reverse engineer us to be like, what do we actually value? Because we will eventually be more redundant online, because it's all going to be automated.
Yeah, things will change. Like, things have changed.
Yeah.
AI wasn't like, obviously AI has been incoming for a while, but like ChatGPT wasn't a thing like 4 years ago, was it?
It's mental how quick.
So quick.
Yeah.
Like.
And now there's a million other AI softwares
that
do different things, and they're almost smarter than ChatGPT. And there's one called Sesame,
What's that
which is an experimental one. And I was playing around with it because I wanted to see like what it could do. And it's basically like the most realistic companion.
Oh my gosh.
So it bounces off of you in real time, and it like makes jokes with you, and it like makes you feel like it's a human.
Right.
It's terrifying. It's fascinating, but it's like it's hit a point now where even human connection is something that it's emulating, because people are so starved of something real that they're just going to that.
So scary.
That's
like,
what I mean.
How is that happening? It's like at work as well. It's like a new thing that we've got in. It's like an AI robot machine that gives massages.
It gives massages?
The AI robot is for massage,
That's wild.
So it's like us in our job role will have to do like a body scan, but then the robot takes over. So like the people who own it, their view from it is obviously, not everyone has a good day every single day, but if you go to the AI robot, it's not a person. It's not going to have a bad finger one day. It can give you the continuous service.
Uniform. It's the same thing.
So
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Does that freak you out?
I just think it's crazy.
Yeah. You don't know how to feel about it.
No, it's such a weird time to just like all the new things coming out and all the new things evolving.
This is what I saw someone else. This was on a podcast. I can't remember which one. But someone was saying that technology is advancing so fast that humans can't comprehend it.
I was about to say, I actually don't think we can keep up with it.
We don't know how to feel. Like we're like, people are scared, but they're also excited, and they're also confused. And what is this? Yeah. It's like seeing aliens for the first time.
Yeah.
Something that's so beyond our comprehension is happening.
Because it's happening so quickly.
Yes. Other people were in complete disbelief. They're like, no, it's too good to be true. Like, I think there's saying like, oh, it's just pretending to be all-knowing. See it how you want. It's still confusing, and it's still weird.
I think like back in the day, from like films and things like that I watched about the future, they would talk about like flying cars or stuff like that. That's the sort of things that they thought would change.
But then you've got Terminator.
I've not seen Terminator.
That's your age shown.
That's the different ends of our 20s showing. Different ends of 20s.
I grew up with 90s, siblings. I'm the youngest, so.
So you did grow up with
I hit the edge of the 90s, 97.
Wait, so are you Gen Z? You're on the cusp.
The one after millennial, I think I am.
Yes, you're
by like 1 year.
Gen
I'm like
Z.
in between two, I think. I don't know.
I think that's quite a cool standard to be, though.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. That's true unk. That is
True
like,
unk.
yeah.
The
I'm
true
not
uncle.
old, I'm not young, just unk.
You're close.
Yeah. Jesus.
No, you're in the mids.
Yeah, but it's like on Terminator, it's quite literally about the end of the world through AI.
Through AI. Oh, I'll have to watch that.
You never look back. You never look back. Terminator 1 and 2.
Oh, there's two of them.
There's more than two, but
Is there?
they're the main two you should watch, yeah.
I'll report back.
Incredible. Oh God, it's really cold now. My hands.
I know. I can see you doing
We were
it as well,
talking and I was like
this. Oh, like my fingers are cramping up. It's getting cold now.
It's like my rings are getting cold as well.
It's because it's getting like what's the word? Eveninger. Later.
Eveninger.
Because it's getting eveninger.
That's insane.
Eveninger.
It's getting eveninger. Cool. What have we not spoken about?
You mentioned something earlier that I want to...
Yeah, go on.
It's about me.
Unpacked, presented by Tiana.
You know how you mentioned about like people on social media becoming more more real and authentic? Mm-hmm. I think that's something that I want to delve into myself, potentially like a bit more on the social media side, but I think I'm scared because I know I want to be authentic.
Okay.
And I know I want to explore a lot about me with other people for them to see, but like I'm too scared to actually start posting that stuff. So that's holding me back. So I think that's one of the reasons why it's like I've not taken that next step in my career, personal life yet.
What's scaring you about posting? Is it more how people perceive you?
I guess so.
Is it because you've got
being
people...
vulnerable?
Yeah. Because this is why I started this. Because last year I decided randomly to start therapy, just for no reason. I was like, I'm just going to go see what happens. Yeah. Ended up talking about my childhood and having a few breakthroughs and really understanding like, oh my God, like I've just been sitting on that for my whole life. And it inspired me to start Unpacked purely because I was like, wait, I've been sitting on that for so long because there was nothing really out there that inspired me to talk.
Yeah.
So that's why Unpacked exists now, is to allow people to talk. Yeah. And see other people get vulnerable and go, oh, they're getting vulnerable. Pack mentality, it's safe to do so. And it's perfectly fine. So just going off of what you're saying, yeah, I get it. Being perceived and being vulnerable on camera is so weird. Yeah. Because being vulnerable in general is so hard to do for a lot of people. Obviously, I feel like you're quite emotionally mature.
Yeah, and I think I'm lucky to be as vulnerable as I can be. Yeah. Because people probably look at me and think she's weird for being like as emotional or something, because she is, but it's like, I think it can be a blessing sometimes because it's like, not that I know how other people are feeling, but it's like, I know that like it's a facade at the end of the day. Yeah. Like you can look at someone and think they're having the best day, but like, you're not. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, you're not.
Let's just be real for 2 seconds.
Yeah. The main thing behind Unpacked is to discover why people act the way they do today based on what they've been through yesterday. That's essentially the motto for me. That's like the kind of the mission statement. Yeah. Because I think being able to be vulnerable on camera isn't for example, if I'm using me being vulnerable, it's not so that I can just trauma dump on everyone. Yeah. It's so that people can listen and go, maybe I should talk about my problems. And we all act the way we do for a reason. Things have happened in our lives along the way and chipped away at us and sculpted us into this person that we are. And I wouldn't change it for the world, but I do think we should understand it. Yeah, I think that's the thing. We can do things, but we're not actually understanding the why and the how. Yeah, and I think step one to becoming who you want to be is just understanding why you act the way you do. Because, you know, again, not to throw my mum in it, but my parents, they act how they act. Wouldn't change them for the world, but how they act is stubborn in terms of, this is how I am, that's not going to change. But when a problem arises, I've had this conversation with not so much my dad, but my mum, is if you're not willing to look inward at any age, it doesn't matter how old you are, how do you expect to get a different outcome? And like, how do you expect to grow as a person? And I think a lot of people think, oh, I've grown now, I'm old, I can't change. It's a load of crap. I've seen people come around from being a certain way. I think just being closed-minded.
Yeah.
I don't know, just being closed-minded to your potential. My old motto as a PT was discover your potential. And the whole purpose behind that was like, just try and learn about yourself. And like, it doesn't mean you have to go and pay for rounds of therapy all the time. It just means you need to go and every day wake up and be like, what am I doing to affect my life negatively, positively? How do I change that?
Yeah, because what are you actually going to lose from trying?
Exactly. Like nothing.
You're going to gain something because it's like, I think you can put it like what I'm about to say into like a relationship way or a careers way, but I think it's so important to know what you don't want as to know what you do want. Like you can do something and it's like, I forgot I was going with this. You could do something and then like if you don't like it, you don't like it. But thank God you know you don't like it, so you're not like now yearning for it. Just have no regrets essentially. So important to know it, vice versa, to know what you do want, but equally it's important to know what you don't want.
Yeah, I think just what you said, that struck a nerve with me in a good way, because it was, I think a lot of people, for example, you have a big goal that no one understands, and a lot of people will try and talk you out of it. But they only try and talk you out of it because they don't understand it. They can't fathom it. They can't see the potential of it. And a lot of people come back around once it pays off and they go, oh, well done, you did great.
Yeah.
But then you say to them, well, hold on, 2 years ago you told me not to do it. And they go, no, it's just because I have your best interest at heart. And it's like, yeah, I'm sure, I agree. Everyone's got your best interest at heart. But I think if you're not willing to go and try things and understand them, you can't give an opinion on someone else being ambitious.
Exactly.
Like if you turned around to me right now and said, I want to make 6 figures next year doing content creation, power to you. Like, go and do it. I just want to see it. Just prove it.
Yeah.
And I think that's, I don't know, I might be rambling a little bit, but what I want to see from other people now is just action.
Yeah.
And see people.
If you're going to do it, do it.
Yeah. Like, I don't doubt that you can.
Yeah.
I just want to see you prove it to me.
Yeah.
And,
I agree with that.
You know, I've got a couple of friends who I love dearly, but they have not actioned what they said they were going to do 10 years ago.
Fair.
And to this day, they're still saying to me, I want to do this thing. And I'm like, well, you clearly don't.
But that's the thing. And I don't know if you're the same as me, but it's like, I've got a couple of friends, but I say it to them now. It's like, I've always been a people pleaser growing up and things like that. Yeah. And I think there's still times that I dip into that side of me. Mm-hmm. But I will now say to if they say that they want to do something, I'm like,
that's great.
Do it.
Yeah.
But then they can get annoyed at me. And I'll do it to family as well.
Yeah. And
it's like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it because like, I don't care about your opinion. I think I let opinions get to me.
Yeah.
But I'll still do it regardless. And I think what you just said, that really aligned and resonated with me, is because it's like, I went from just having a corporate job, paycheck to paycheck, having a normal life, I guess, essentially you can call it.
Yeah.
And it's like, as soon as I wanted to delve outside with what I wanted to do, people's opinions and thoughts changed. Yeah. And I remember like growing up when I like wanted to do musical theatre, I wanted to do acting, I wanted to do something different. Mm-hmm. People always like, yeah, do it. But I think from my opinion, it's like because they knew I would never essentially do something like that. Mm-hmm. But now I've actually taken the leap of faith and the jump. They're like, oh, no, don't do it. Yeah. You're going to regret that. Yeah. And like, you're only like...
Yeah.
I don't have the right words to put around it, but
you know
I feel that's so heavy because that's been happening to me for the last year.
Yeah, you kind of already did say it earlier without even realising it. You said that about people only see the success online and not the work that goes into it, not the fails.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. People think that because you're going to fail, you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, of course you're going to fail.
That's
Imagine
the whole point.
All these businesses and these things and like just everything we use on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
They've probably all failed a million, trillion, billion times.
Yeah. It's, you know, working in sales and things like that, and every aspect of life is, you know, 100 no's for one yes.
Yeah, fair.
In every aspect of life. It's not just sales, it's everything. And I've taken that everywhere. And I think just being confident to get a no, or to have a loss and a situation that doesn't work out for you, but knowing that, oh, this is only one of 99.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got a few more to go. And then you start enjoying them because you're ticking them off. You're like, right, that's another one done.
You know they're
onto
coming.
the next, onto the next. And then you're ticking off these, knowing that there's a bigger picture, and it does come back around. And annoyingly, people quit at 99.
Yeah, I saw...
or they don't even start.
Yeah, it's like that, you'll see on social media, but like the top one, they're digging for the gold.
The miner.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, exactly. It's like they stop, that you stop just before things get hard.
Yeah.
It always happens. And that's another thing as well. I think my best friend, she's just gone through such a pivotal stage in her life as well. And it's like, I don't think she'd mind me saying it, like, she didn't really know what she wanted from her life either. She's taken now a very different career path. Again, like us, people saying to her, you shouldn't do this, don't do that.
Yeah.
And it's like, obviously we've had so many conversations. I'm like, whatever you pick, I will be there for you. Mm-hmm. But then it's like her life got a bit harder. Things were happening. Mm-hmm. And it's like I said to her, I was like, you're now asking for such a big thing. Like, you're asking for such a big thing. Mm-hmm. The universe, the world is going to give you bigger cards to deal with.
Yeah.
You've got to expect these things. You've got to overcome these circumstances. If you want big things, you've got to deal with big issues.
Got to do big things.
Yeah, exactly. You have to deal with it. You can't expect change without having it to go up and down.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a straight, narrow road.
Yeah.
It's not. And I think that's what plays a big part to me. It's like, people say they want something, and like they'll say they want something big and they'll try and get it, they'll fail. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, what did you expect? Of course there was going to be something that had to happen. It's never going to be a straight, narrow road.
It's uncomfortable.
It has to be uncomfortable. But then I think uncomfortability is like what makes for great success. Mm-hmm. But it's like, for me, if I wasn't, and I wouldn't wish on anyone to like ever be ill or anything like that, but like for me, if I didn't have like this illness that I have now, I don't think I wouldn't be able to speak about things the way I do. Mm-hmm. I don't know what career I'd want if I didn't get poorly, but it's like, I know I want to be able to help people. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I will have to have surgery soon to like remove my thyroid. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I can now know that I want to bring people along on that journey, to know that it's okay to go through things and stuff like that. It's like, obviously there's so many people out there that have to go through surgeries, and like, people go through a lot in hospital and things like that. I've never been through anything like that. So it's all so new to me. It's all so scary. And then I relate that back to a quote, because it's like, family say to me, oh, but people have surgeries, like, and I know it happens, but I've not had it before. Mm-hmm. So it's like, someone could have a car crash and they've had an awful day because of that, of course. But then someone could lose a pen, and then they just stick with it. And they could lose a pen, and that's the most awful thing that's happened to them, but they've never had anything bad happen to them in their life. Mm-hmm. So losing a pen to them...
It's big. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's kind of how I try and perceive things and like looking to other people now. Yeah. Because it's very different.
I feel like there's that you've kind of you've carved a little path for yourself there, talking about helping people with going through surgery and stuff like that. Coming from an anxious background, if there was a person online and I knew I had to have surgery, my mind would be going crazy.
Yeah.
So to look online and have someone there talking about it, oh, I went through it, this is what I dealt with, this is the things you can expect, like just talking about things. That's the authenticity of...
I've already had a couple messages as well, actually, about it, like the 3, and it's like, my Instagram, I've not actually done anything with it yet.
Exactly.
I've done nothing with it. I've just posted a few gym pictures and that is literally it. And I posted a few Strava runs, just a few Strava runs, a few coffee pictures, because who isn't on Strava these days?
Interesting. Yeah.
So it's like, and I think when I got the first one come through, I thought, if I posted one picture and one caption about this, like, imagine the amount of other people that I can try and help.
Because the world is silent. That's again, this is the whole thing of people don't talk about what they're going through, until they see an avenue of people, like they see like an outlet of people going, oh yeah, I'm going through this right now. And they go, oh, so I'm not crazy.
Yeah. That's the thing. I'm not crazy.
I'm not
That's
weird.
Yeah.
I'm not different.
Yeah.
I'm just going through something that a select people, few people are going through.
So we've all got
not even
different challenges.
So many people. There's 9 billion people on the planet.
Yeah.
Guarantee you millions and millions and millions of people are going through something similar, but no one's talking about it.
Yeah.
And if you could walk into a room and everyone turns around and goes, oh, you're going through that as well, you'd feel so welcome, because they come in and they'd be like, look, come chat to us. It's the same thing online. You don't want people just chatting nothing.
No, exactly. People think they're not valid for it as well.
Yeah.
That's one thing I always say to people, like, no matter what you're feeling, it is so valid.
Yeah.
And it's like, I try and tell them, but like, this person's going through this, or it's like, this has happened to a billion people. I'm not saying that your feelings aren't valid, because they are, but no, you're not alone.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
Do you know what was really interesting and so heartwarming? When I set up the channel for Unpacked and I did an announcement video to say, this is what it's about. I want to help people. I want people to just talk. I want to hear people's stories, what they've been through, what their life goals are, what makes them tick. I just had a flood of DMs from people I hadn't spoken to in years.
Yeah.
Random people that I haven't seen. And it was all of these different stories coming left, right and centre. I tried to kill myself this one year. I had this illness one year.
Yeah.
I went through this, I went through that. But how quickly people opened up because they saw something there that allows people to talk. It's all it took. All it took was a person saying, I'm here to listen.
And then people
start talking.
But that's what people want.
Yeah.
People just want to be listened. And I genuinely believe that's all people want, is to be understood. Yeah. They want someone to understand them. Yeah. And the fact that that is such a common thing is so crazy, to just feel like that you want to be understood, because it should just be a common thing. But obviously, people are insecure about being vulnerable.
Yeah, it's mental. It's mental to me, because being vulnerable is all I know.
Yeah, like, we are so lucky for that, because so many people are not. Like, we really are lucky to be as vulnerable as we can be.
Yeah, like I don't know. It just it makes me so sad that people can't open up. And some people might be happy that way.
Yeah, of course, they might be.
That's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
You're missing out, in my opinion. You're
Me
missing
too.
out. To be so open and empty your bottle for someone. Empty your bottle for, you know. Also being lucky enough to have people in my life that are willing to listen, because I've got amazing friends. Friends and family, like, unbelievable. I've had my friends sit down with me for weeks on end, every day, me just saying the same thing over and over again.
Over and over and over again,
then,
on repeat.
Yeah, and like I'm a broken record, and they sit there and they talk me through it every time, like it's the first time. And I'm lucky to have that. Not everyone has that. Me too,
I have that, and I'm so internally grateful and lucky. Like, I couldn't put my friends on a higher pedestal if I could. Yeah. Like, blessed.
Yeah, it's incredible. But that's why making content online that is that, but for strangers, and making people not strangers anymore, that's really important. So you've got a lot of your 20s to go, most of them. Mm-hmm. The version of you at 30.
Oh.
What does that look like to you right now? And what do you want it to look like?
Really good question. Really good question. I feel like growing up, not even growing up, but like the last few years, I just always imagined myself being just very successful. And it's like, if anyone would mention a relationship to me, I'd be like, no. I'd be like, I can do it myself. Yeah. Like, I just remember a few years ago, if you said to me, what's my future going to look like? I'd say, penthouse in New York, being a boss bitch, living alone, doing it all. But now I don't know what that would look like, because I do still want that. It's like, I think I'm a very independent person. Obviously, I like to go out with my friends and I like to see my friends, and it's like, just do the most minuscule things with other people. But like, I'm a very independent person, and I still want that success. I don't know. I do know, but I don't know.
Okay, so let me rephrase it then.
You've stumped me.
No, it's good. That's what we want. We want to be stumped. We want to be stumped. Okay. If you were the version you are now at 30, what would you change?
I'd try to be even more vulnerable. By the time I'm 30, I would have I want to have actually... I think helping people is a different term than I want to use. I want to be able to inspire people. That's what I want to be able to do. I want to be able to inspire people massively. And when someone does tell me I inspire them, that makes me so happy. So I had someone come up to me at Stockbrook where I worked, and it was the one person, and I bumped into her on the street, and I wasn't there very long, so obviously I didn't meet with many people, didn't PT, have many people in classes, and I met her, and she was so upset that I'd left, and her words to me were that I inspired her, and I just never felt that feeling. I want to feel that a lot more by the time I'm 30, but I want to have some sort of platform, or I just want to have something set in stone where I can do that a lot more often. Mm-hmm. But again, I don't know what that is yet.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I just want to be able to inspire people. I want to just be happy.
So you kind of got almost leadership traits.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's a good trait to have going into public speaking, and I resonate with it because it's very much not leading the pack, but kind of trying to lead by example, and then helping people get out of whatever situations they're in. No, I love it. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I want to ask one more. I'm too much fun.
Let me ask you one.
All right.
Let me ask you one, but it can all flip back.
All right.
So you've been what advice from... Because there's not
from an uncle. From an uncle like you.
From our different versions of 20s, what would you say to me?
So talking to a younger person.
Because at 22, I bet you thought probably you knew it. Not knew everything, but
Yeah. There's a few things. Mm-hmm. First of all, your 20s happen in a blink of an eye. And I imagine that's the same for the rest of your life. Mm. But 22 for me was yesterday. It feels like 2 weeks ago. And it was a few years ago. It's really actually not that long ago, if you really think about it.
No, it's not, what, 5 years, 6 years?
Yeah, 6 years.
Yeah.
A lot can happen in that time, but it goes fast. And I think if I was looking back and talking to myself, I think I would say be more proactive, but also be more proactive in what makes you happy, not what you think is going to make you success. Because I chased my dreams, not money. And I'm very thankful. I started getting there at 23, 24. I decided to really chase it. And only now am I starting to see the fruits of my labour. But I just say I don't want to give the advice of just keep your head down and hustle, because I as much as I did that, it comes with a lot of stress, and it comes with a lot of you lose people, and you get yourself in that mindset of I have to win. I think understanding myself is something I didn't do, because I thought I knew it all, like you said. And if I went into my 20s with the goal of I'm going to live and understand myself, I might be in a very different position now, but I think I would be really, really fulfilled. I went away this month and I met a few good, really people out there. And they were similar age to you. And they were just finding themselves, and they were just discovering themselves. And they had money put aside to just buy a house with their partners and things like that. They've ended up going, I'm going to go and explore the world. I'm going to go and live. I'm going to go and figure out who I am and what makes me happy. I think that's the answer, because your 20s are like a tutorial stage. It's a figure it out stage. It is figuring, like, you don't know who you are until much later in life.
Yeah.
And I only just realised that at 28. I was like, I don't know who I am. I want to try and sum it up in short because I feel like I've rambled that answer.
What would you say to your 22-year-old self? If you can't think about it for me, what would you say to yourself?
I would say whatever that noise is in your head, whatever that thing is that's telling you to leap, just do it. Because that was there the whole time. And I was resisting for so long to say, no, this is the life I need to live. I need to be like my dad. I need to work hard. I need to earn money. I need to buy a house, start a family. And for me personally, it was not the answer. Because I went and did a lot of those things by the time I was 23. And I just felt numb. So I think if there's that itch that needs to be scratched at a young age, you need to do it, like without fail, because it will come back. It will loom over you for as long as it's there until you try. And it goes back to literally what we were saying earlier of nothing changes if nothing changes.
Yeah.
You don't know until you try. And God, so many slept ambitions. I've met so many people now that I'm in the creative space, making movies. I know so many friends that are actors, performers, musicians, and people in the corporate world that go, oh, I just want to start this business, but I don't really know. Like, I don't know. I like the security of my money. And I say to them, you're more than welcome to stay where you are in that corporate job, and no one's judging you for that. But I guarantee you in 10 years, you're going to do it anyway. You're going to take the leap. So it's now or then. And you may as well find out now. Make the mistake, you can always get another job.
Yeah,
you can
it's on your CV. You have it there.
Exactly.
Like,
you know, start a martial art, start an art form.
Just start.
Start something.
Yeah.
And you will learn very quickly what matters to you in life. So yeah, just do it.
Just do
Nike,
it.
just do it.
Just do it.
Cool. What about you?
What would I say to my...
What would you... Okay, no, because obviously you're at the beginning of your 20s. I would say, what would you say to your child self at the peak of when you started to think about life and think about things?
I'd say I always knew there was this fire in me for wanting more, and I would just say, well done. I would say, I was like, sit with it. Everything you're going to go through is going to happen for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, at this very moment in my life, like, I am incredibly proud of myself, of all the things like I've overcome and I've achieved. And it's like, I know what this, and it's such, I think it's a weird stage for me to say this because it's like, I'm very, very proud of myself. And it's like, I've accomplished a lot, but then I'm also at the very start of my career in a sense. So do you know what I mean? It's like, you're not really supposed to say the well done and the congratulations before you started the career. But
Well,
like,
who's to say?
Who is to say? But it's like, yeah, and it's like the people I've met, it's like the people it's like that I've acknowledged now, or I like know people that know them. If I told my 15-year-old self that, they'd be shocked.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like everything that I wanted at 15 I have, and I've worked for it. And I can just imagine 15-year-old me sitting there with such a shocked face being like, oh my gosh, you done that. So,
yeah. It just takes away the doubt, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just saying
it does take away the doubt massively, because it's like, I'm excited again in another 5 years' time to be able to like wonder what I'd say to my 22-year-old self.
Yeah. Something on the back of that, I like to imagine, because people always say about if you could go and speak to your younger self.
Yeah.
And I like to imagine my older self coming to speak to me and telling me it's going to be okay, because that's kind of what we need at the minute in life. It's like, like in hindsight, you go and tell your younger self things that go, you're going to make it, you're going to do this. We know that already now. Because we're there. Yeah,
you can't turn back time now.
I think for me, the uncertainty of what are my 30s going to look like?
Yeah.
What am I? Oh God. Oh.
Real unk.
Yeah. Oh.
Real unk.
Oh, it's not even unk at that point. It's just old. It's just grandpa.
Old.
Just grandpa. Yeah. I like to imagine my older self visiting me and saying, "You've done so much.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna do a lot."
Yeah.
And I think it's something I'm trying to do at the moment. Like I'm trying to get my head around that and visualize the things I want has already happened.
Yeah.
So that I know that I'm on the right path.
I think visualizing is a very important thing. Like I think anything that you want, you have to be able to visualize it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that can go down a whole different route of like manifestation and things like that. That's a whole different topic.
Law of attraction.
Yeah.
All of that. Yeah.
But to cut that short, you have to be able to visualize what you want, 100%. I think that's the starting point.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes you need to work backwards. Obviously, you don't know everything that's going to happen. There's going to be challenges that you can't work backwards from. But it's like seeing the bigger picture and then getting the smaller, minuscule steps.
Yeah.
So then go to there.
Yeah. Nice. Cool. Man, I feel inspired. I feel ready.
It's time for us to just go
should we have a gym session?
Let's go.
just go and train.
Let's go now.
Yeah, I feel buzzing.
Yeah.
Cool. Wow. I think that covers everything.
Yeah.
We talked about a lot.
We did.
Found the meaning of life. We've talked about penguins.
We did talk about penguins.
It's been beautiful. It's been an experience.
Yeah.
What to finish this off, what would you say to anyone watching, starting your influencing journey?
What would I say?
Your public speaking starts now. So what would you say to inspire people after what we've just talked about?
Wow. Now you put me on the spot. Wow. Do it. Like, just do it. Now you've got me anxious.
No, it's good.
Now I'm awkward.
No, it's good.
It took me this whole time to get awkward though.
It just sounds like an advert, doesn't it? Just do it.
Just do it. Lock it. No, don't know.
Yeah.
But listen to your heart.
Listen to your heart.
You have to do whatever you feel inside. Like, if you feel that burning fire sensation of wanting to do something, wanting to break, do it. Like, literally, you have to, it's going to sound weird, but you actually have to, like, ignite that fire inside you because it's going to drive to so much.
Yeah.
So much.
Amazing.
But yeah.
Well, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me. It's been fun.
No, it's been great. And we'll get you on again.
Yes. There will be loads more to talk about.
We'll talk about Terminator 3.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We'll make our way up.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. All right. Goodbye.
Bye. Thanks.